Hey guys, Jonathan here from Explore It. We are going to check out the hero chest next. So let's take a look. So this was a item that you guys unlocked. You've been asking for it for a couple of years now. This is basically a chest that you will be able to hold all of your roles, your races, your traits, your aspects. This is basically meant to organize your game so that you can put them all in one place so that when you're playing the game you can easily come up with your hero combination without having to open up every single box to find your hero. So let's check it out. So this is a different orientation and size than the rest of our boxes, and that is on purpose. We couldn't fit everything in the box without making it a different size. So obviously that was meant to be. So let's take a look. If we open this up, you'll notice the top folds backwards. Let's see if I can put this here. And you can see we have kind of we did the graphics to be like aged wood that is kind of almost like there's a image of the tree in the background, and that is what you'll find on aspects. Aspect cards are a little bit of a new piece to the game. We'll talk about that in a minute. So inside, let's see if I can. There we go. Inside the box, we have basically 4 chambers. You have one box here. You have a chamber for your hero, your roles. You have 2 chambers here. Now inside, excuse me, inside there are 2 boxes, and these 2 boxes are meant to be side by side, just like this. And in this one box here, toward the front, this is where you're going to be putting your races, your legendary cards from the expansions. There's a spot for those. We'll cover that in a minute. And then this small guy is for your traits, or dice, and you can push that down. You have a little bit extra room there to put dice bags or whatnot. So when this arrives, this is actually going to just be in like that, and that way it doesn't jostle things around. So let's take a look. So inside this thin box, and they all come out, so easy for you to kind of get things out of there, move around your pieces. You can put tokens in here, little baggies of tokens if you wanted to. Instead of keeping them in with your game box, you could leave those in your core box. That's probably just as good an idea as any. Inside of this is the basically it's an extra dry erase board for you, and it is oriented on one side to be landscape, and on the other side to be portrait. And this is just going to help you in case you need to count count on different things. It can help you keep track of different things. For campaign mode, for instance, it's a great spot for you to write more stuff on. So that is just one extra little piece that comes with this box. Let's see what else is in here. So we have more of the markers. We've included more markers for you. And then as well as the markers, we have the microfiber cloths so that you can actually clean off your dry erase boards with a little bit more efficiency. They're washable, when they get dirty. But this is a great way to keep your boards nice and clean. So that is inside of there. And I'll put these back here. And check it out. The markers fit exactly, in lengthwise there. So you can fill that with markers if you wanted to. In each game that we deliver and explore it, we add an extra marker. We don't need to do that, but we figured, we wanted to be on the safe side. If you guys are playing these often, you always want extra markers. All right, so let's take a look at what's inside of here. So we'll pull out the contents. I'll set aside the box here for the traits. All right, let's take a look at the aspects first. Those are one of the new items that is hero augmentation that has been released for Sands of Shurax. They only come with the hero chest. They are not available elsewhere. These aspects are a way to further define your character. They are basically like traits in a way, where you select one at the beginning of the game, and your character is modified in a couple of different ways. So let's take a look. So if we're looking at the Ogrekin right now, basically what we're seeing is on the top you have a row of augmentations. These are stat modifiers. So you start the game with certain differences in your stats. Then you have an ability that is tied to one of the stats, and this is basically, for the Ogrekin at least, it's tied to their attack. They have a food rating modifier. We also have a couple of extra abilities down here. So basically these aspects change your character in a certain number of ways. It's basically like adding a racial ability. So if you're a human Ogrekin aspect, then you have your human racial ability. You also have your Ogrekin racial abilities. So that is what you've got, and we've got 10 of these cards in the box: Ogrekin, Elemental, Humankind, Underfoot, Sylvan, Feykind, Draconic, Goblinoid, Entomorph, and Bestial. So we hope you guys enjoyed those. They're going to be a lot of fun to play with. Like for instance, let's just take a look at this Bestial card here. Your sense of smell is finely honed. This is tied to your survival skill. If you succeed on your survival roll during the skill phase, you may discard an open circumstance of your choice and draw a new one. So that just happens. That's just an extra ability that you might have. Something about you is carnal and changed. Your body takes on an aspect of a creature, and your instincts are incredibly honed. Feral nature. Your attacks deal double damage while you are starving. And then you also have survival instinct. Ignore the penalties of the first 2 levels of starving. While starving, you suffer 1 energy damage at the end of each game turn. So, it's just really fun ways of changing up how you experience the game, and obviously these are optional. You don't need to play with them, but they do make the game a little interesting. More interesting, I should say, than it already is. So we are building in the campaign mode. We have heroic moments occurring in campaign mode, and basically that is also tied to these aspects as well. So you might have certain triggers happen in the storyline based on the aspects that you have here. So those are aspects. Okay, then inside of here, I'll just put the tabs away for now. We also have basically the backpack conditions and note card. So this is basically an extra card that you can use for each player playing the game, and that it gives you a little extra room to write down conditions or to mark down a stat or something of that nature. So we've got those there. All right, what else? We have the tabs that go inside the box here. We wanted to include a way for you to organize your heroes. And so this is basically used to help you differentiate between the content that's in this box. So we've got a races tab. You've got a rares and exclusives tab. So this is for races that are from the expansion boxes. You have an aspects tab, and then this basically just tells you a little bit how to use those aspects. And then you have tabs for each of the volumes. So now these tabs are really meant for the special cards that come with the expansion. That would be legendary allies, legendary items, and they just go right behind the volume. So you'll take all of your legendary stuff from volume 1 and you place them behind there. Now, of course, if you wanted to take your races and simply organize them by volume instead of having all your races behind the first race tab, you could simply do all of the races by volume as well. And of course, all of our games have the icons on the bottom corner, so you'll be able to know where your cards came from and what volume they belong to. So that's what you have. And just to note, we do have 6 tabs for 6 volumes. Volume 1, Valley of the Dead King. Volume 2, Force of Adramon. Volume 3, Sands of Shurax. Volume 4 is what we're working on currently, and that is the Domain of Mirza Noctis. All right, so there we have those tabs. I'll just put them back inside of here. And last but not least, let's take a look at the main area of the box, and that is for your role organization. So we are going to pull out the tabs and check it out. We didn't tell you guys we were going to do this. Some of you had asked if we could put a way of organizing the extra content from, obviously we're pulling roles out of your core boxes. You're going to leave a gap in your core boxes. So we included 4 plastic trays that fit in the same spot where you would have your roll cards in the core boxes. So you can certainly pull out these, place them in your core box, and that will take up a little extra space. And it gives you a little bit of extra, I guess, organization options. So that's good. All right, so then we have our roll tabs. Now, each of these are, they're basically set up, they're organized by type on the one side. So you'll see striker, sapper, healer, assist, utility, and exclusives. So that means you can simply organize your heroes by type. Throw all your strikers in the striker group, throw all your sappers in the sapper group, and so on and so forth. Now, if you don't want to organize your roles in that way, you can simply turn these around, and you'll notice that they are now organized by volume instead. So just like the races, you can take all of your Volume 1 roles and throw them behind Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Now, I don't know, everybody is different, and obviously you can do them either way. But we were thinking that the most likely candidate is you guys would like to organize these by type. So, but we wanted to throw in some options for you. So that is our hero chest. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be showing a couple other videos in the coming months. Just we're going to have a playthrough of Sands of Shurax with some of the added content. We'll take a look at some of the living card decks as well. So thanks for watching. Thanks for making Sands of Shurax a possibility. And I mean, look at this. This is awesome. So thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.